Hey folks, we gotta work on this Jeep Wrangler. It's a Rubicon, it says. I'm not sure what year it is. Here, take a look here. 2006. With a very expired inspection sticker. Over a year old. Apparently, this thing has been sitting for like a year, or for a very long time, because it won't charge. Starts and runs and everything, just won't charge. Oh, and the money light's on. Okay, so that's probably why they went inspected, which it might have codes for, you know, something to do with the charging system. Obviously, they've, you know, thrown an alternator at it, and that didn't work. So they took the alternator back off, I guess, and put the OG back in there. Go in and have a look, see if we can't figure it out, hopefully. It's a Chrysler, so we all know it's got a bad ground, right? It's typically the case on these things. So shut the key up, we'll flash some codes out of it here. 622, wonder what that means. And a 32, that's an oxygen sensor. 38, that's an O2 sensor. 52, that's an O2 sensor. 58, that's an O2 sensor. Those are, I think, all O2 heater codes. So there, we know what's wrong with it now. Got a broken ground wire behind the starter. Hooray! Let's see, I put it in as an 06 Wrangler 4.0. What is it, G105, is that what they call it? Videos just get stupider and stupider because it's always just the same repeat pattern failures. We need to find G105. Okay, here we go. G105. What does that run? PCM, oxygen sensors, all of this stuff. AC compressor, front locker, blah blah blah. Power steering, pressure switch, PCM. Runs a whole bunch of crap. I was kind of hoping it ran the was the ground for the regulator. Well, I guess we could do a real diagnosis just to be sure, but at any rate, it sounds like she probably has two problems if she has all those O2. I think those are O2 heater codes. We'll look and see. Let's see here. So there's the alternator. Doodly doo doo. I was thinking something different here. I was thinking V6. It's kind of funny, I guess, the right ground number though. Let's just do some preliminary checks, I guess, before we jump to conclusions. Like I said, I was thinking a little newer V6. The ground that's over there, but yeah, I should have known when we cranked this thing up that it was a 4.0. Before we jump to conclusions of the broken ground, this is where you can get yourself in trouble, is, you know, rabbit trailing on pattern failures, which, you know, in some cases, if they're really easy to get to, or like, oh yep, there, boom, point at the problem, it's gonna take us just a little bit of time just to actually check the generator. You know, is it charging? You know, let's just make sure we don't have voltage drop. That PO 622 that's in it, I think it was a 622. I'm pretty sure it was. I think that's a generator field circuit code. So let's just do some checks. The alternator's super easy to get to. I think there's only 3 wires on it. Yeah, there's only 3 wires according to our diagram. So we can do some very basic preliminary checks, and then we'll take our diagnosis from there. It's kind of a hard spot to get the camera in here. Obviously, it's the alternator. 3 wires. We got our big wire coming from the battery. Okay, we've got the alternator itself, so that's the big, you know, case ground, engine block ground. We'd have to be concerned about that. Being that we know a little bit about Chryslers and their terrible history with actual ground, our wires back here, these 2 wires, one of these is a ground, and one of these is the field control wire. Okay, so we're gonna go right first and foremost and just check the ground. So I'm just going to use our standard test light. I'm going to come back to the battery over here. We're going to hook it on the battery positive. Okay, so anything we touch that has a ground should light up our test light, you know, within reason. So we're going to unplug this and just check the ground first of all. If we have a ground, then we're going to carry out the rest of our tests. If not, we're going to go chasing our bad ground. Okay, so we've got a brown wire. It looks like a brown with green. According to our diagram, brown with green is the generator field wire, and the brown with black is the ground. So it's this one here. Should be a ground. And we have no ground. It doesn't light up our light, but our light works. So that's it. That's the end of our diagnosis. The show's over, and we know based on our guesses, or what I'm telling you, is that those other codes that were flashing are likely O2 heater codes. So we can prove the theory here. We can back probe this, put a ground on it, and the alternator should work. So let's do that. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to unplug it or get my glasses, one or the other. There we go. We'll just do this. So we get this needle. We're just back probing it with a T-pin here. Just want to get down beside the wire insulation there. All right, we should be in there good enough. And then we're just going to stick a jumper wire on it here, and I'm just going to go right over to the battery negative. Hopefully we're probed in there enough. Let's see, this is negative, right? That's correct. All right, let's go start this thing up. Let's see if we have a good probe in there. Hopefully. Okay, I think, are we charging now? Appears to be. Let's go check it with an actual voltmeter. Whoa. Good, and as we unhook our ground wire, we should watch our voltage diminish. Yeah, so now it's dropping. We hook our ground wire back up. You hear the alternator grunt a little bit there. Back to 13,000. And that's good connection. There we go. Oh, hang on, folks. Let me just hook this thing up. Maybe. I just got really crappy connections here. So, anyhow, proves our theory. Good enough anyways. So let's just go find G105 or wherever that alternator ground goes. I guess we can look at that. Well, she didn't tell me about her engine light and the other problems, but lucky for her, this one problem will fix all the problems. So where is alternator ground? Oh, G105. It says right there. So that makes sense. So that's with all the other stuff. So let's find that. I have to assume that it's that one right there. And hence, it's that one. Because it says right rear of engine block. In a typical Chrysler fashion, they stick a whole bunch of grounds in one little crimp. So I'm just going to pull that off, and we're just going to redo all of them because we've got a lot of codes for a lot of grounds. And then that ground wire probably comes directly from the battery, is going to be my guess. Yeah, got one big one going up here for the body, and then that other ground going to the engine block. So let me pull that off there and see if we can't get that fixed up.
Okay.
You're zooming, you're doing everything. Here, we gotta go right an estimate. Did you find the right button?
Yeah, it's recording this time. You said the button on the back. I didn't know it was on the side, not on the top.
Oh.
I'm no professional here.
Well, Price is right though.
Yeah.
So all things.
There.
Whoa, you seem like you're super close to me, my guy.
Where do you want me to go?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think they can actually see what I'm doing anyways, so.
I could if I zoomed in really good.
We don't call it zoom in.
We
Vanessa.
could enhance it really good.
Enhance. You actually have to say that.
I thought you were saying it for me.
No. You gotta, like if you do that, you gotta say it. I don't know what you got going on over there.
I don't know. I'm just holding the camera with it on this time.
That's good. Give this one a little crimpy doodad.
No solder?
We'll give her a little dab here because we like to tick everybody's trigger box.
Tell me about it. I'll live with you.
I don't trigger you.
Oh, really?
Vanessa.
You don't just try to get my goat and then be like, why are you so upset?
I don't say that. You're making me sound like a jerk.
You're a man.
These people think we have a good relationship.
We do have a good relationship. I learned how to just let it go.
Oh, I do get your goat just because it's easy.
See?
Or not.
Being honest now.
I'm being honest.
It's easy. Yeah, because you know me for 20 years. You're going to know how to get my goat. If you get it for real, then
Yeah, I get you. I just get you pumped, that's all. Oh man, this is not looking good. There we go. Attaboy.
Cutting years off my life. They're getting me all pumped.
I'm not cutting yours off your life.
We'll see.
Oh, how are we gonna find out about that? Like if you die, I'll be like, man, she told me. She told me so.
Don't worry, I'll remind you when I'm dying.
Oh, you're gonna. Oh. But you can't, like, if you get hit by a bus or something, you can't be like, I told you. Like your last words. Like, no, you got hit by a bus. This has nothing to do with me.
I'll say, I would have seen that bus coming if I wasn't so flustered.
Oh. I'm not sure if that's
Well, we'll see.
You ready to trip some triggers?
Why you don't do this quite
No.
right?
There are at least 2 things you don't do on the internet. Well, 3 that I know of.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I know one of them.
Which is what? I'm not thinking anything naughty. There's a lot of naughty stuff on the internet.
But it shouldn't be.
I know. But if you want to trip people's triggers, weld anything. I don't care if you've got every welding certification known to man. If you weld on YouTube, you're doing it wrong. Period. B, solder a wire. Or crimp a wire. Or make any type of wiring repair.
Crimp it and then solder it?
Yes, this way we can piss everybody off. You crimp it, that pisses off the solder people. You solder it, it pisses off the crimping people.
I don't know where it is. Where is it?
Where's what?
I see it.
Down here.
Oh, there it is.
It's right here.
So little in my little screen.
Oh.
So I want to zoom in.
Yeah, don't zoom
I want to
in.
enhance it.
Don't enhance.
Yes.
And then 3, C we'll call it, the other thing you can do that pisses people off that I've recently learned from watching YouTube videos is pour concrete. If you do any video that has concrete in it, everybody hates you and you're doing it wrong. So a lot of professional welders, solder, concrete people on the YouTubes.
Just waiting to call you out.
Yes, ma'am. So there's this one guy I watch on the Insta. I'm just waiting for that to cool. He's not even a concrete pouring guy, but he found it that pisses people off, and now he gets millions of views. It's fantastic. I envy him. I just wish I would have thought of that. Because he just does videos on pouring concrete now, just to piss people off, has no purpose of doing it.
You envy somebody just pissing people off?
No, because he's really driving a lot of views to his channel over absolutely nothing, and I think it's brilliant.
Is that why you just soldered that wire?
Yeah, well, no, I would have done that IRL. I would have done it IRL, but it does trip.
Maybe the guy who's trying to perfect his concrete.
No, no, he's just doing it because it gets people going. Because he's a man. That's what we do. I feel weird with you shining that camera at me all the time.
What?
I don't know. Like, do I got something in my teeth?
You're
Probably.
just pointing at the ceiling when there's nothing else to look at? This is a video after all, not a blog. That doesn't make sense either. It's not a podcast.
Oh, I see. People want to see.
Yeah,
Is what you're saying.
it's a video.
They're gonna freak out because I got tools sitting on this fender. I can tell you everything they're gonna talk about.
This fender?
Yeah, because I got my tools sitting on this lady's fender.
Why does that matter?
Because some guys are real car guys.
This is not. I don't think this person cares.
No, I know, but some people don't understand that.
It's a rusty pile of poo.
It's pretty rusty.
Yeah.
Like there's a hole in the fender. I'm just hoping my tools don't fall through onto the ground. So yeah, obviously if this thing was mint,
Oh yeah, we wouldn't be.
I wouldn't have my tools laying there. But that's what I was telling you the other day. That's sometimes I don't like it when a customer comes in with a really nice clean car. Like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, be careful.
I gotta be all careful and nice and clean. I like it when they come in with the stinky cigarette
No,
smoke,
you
freaking nasty,
don't. That's
smell like
not-
cat urine.
Not true.
I know, but
Maybe something more like our vehicles. Not spotless and not gross.
yeah, my truck's not gross. I keep my truck clean.
That's what I'm saying. But they're not spotless. Like,
Oh yeah,
if you left a little dirt behind, we really wouldn't notice.
yeah. I don't know about that. My truck's pretty clean.
We need to go look at it.
My truck's pretty clean.
Yeah, because I've cleaned it.
I
for
know.
you.
That's why my truck's clean, because you clean it for me.
Yeah, but it's not spotless right now. It's
Because you haven't
been a
cleaned it
while.
lately.
My car's never spotless. Day one
There, look at
of
that.
cleaning. That's it. And then the children get in it. Where is it?
I got some back.
I can't see it at all. Actually, it's
Okay, I'll
behind.
show you in a minute. See, come on. Can you see it now? I'll show the people here.
Now I can see it.
Make sure you zoom
you
in.
want me to-
No,
I did.
don't.
I did.
People aren't used to having a camera, lady.
I've got a tiny little screen. I can't see these things.
Well, you can't zoom in and show my nasty fingernails
They just are.
because then they'll be like, "Oh, bro, man, I want the story behind your fingernail." And then I tell them, and they're like, "Oh, that's
not very-
it's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be." So I just make stuff up when they ask.
What's the story then?
The real story?
No, the fake
Oh.
story.
Oh, I'd tell them I got it pinched and slammed between something. You just got to make crap up.
What?
Yeah, because if you tell them like, oh, I have psoriatic arthritis, and that's just the way my fingernails grow, because I have an autoimmune disorder, then they're like, oh, you should start a group or something. I don't know.
Support page?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever people do.
Well, that's not a bad thing. Support pages aren't bad.
No.
It gives a place for people to reflect.
No. I reflect. Every time I whack my fingernail, I'm like, mother.
Hey, you know what?
Reflectors.
I got the information for the RFA on the Facebook support page.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And if I wasn't on there, I would have only half my thyroid right now.
That's super deep. We're out of food, though.
Out of fluid film.
I don't have any down here. Oh, you know what I did? I threw a can away. I still got a squirt in it.
Wow. This is what it comes to.
That's what it comes to right here, boy.
Digging in the garbage. Why? Because you don't want to walk
I don't want to walk upstairs.
upstairs?
It sounds like it might still have a little spritz left in it.
Oh. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh, lots of
Wow, you
spritz.
threw that away?
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh my gosh.
Turn your head.
What a waste.
I just stuck it there. I'm really going to recycle it. We gotta get a meter. 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 Wednesday night. Should we tell the people where that came from?
Sure. I'm pretty sure that he had like a Super Trooper meow bet going on, and he had
Yeah,
to say,
so we went to the rodeo last night, and the announcer must have had a bet going with somebody else, you know, like on Super Troopers where, you know, they gotta say meow so many times. This guy had to say Wednesday night so many times. Because he's like, he would announce whoever was doing anything, here on a Wednesday night. Here comes Vanessa O riding a bull they call white trash on a Wednesday night. It got to the point it was like stupid.
I know, that's why I'm like, this is...
He had to have a bet going because he said Wednesday night at least like 85 times.
I know.
Here on a Wednesday night. So that's all we said on the way home on a Wednesday night.
And now it's Thursday.
Now it's Thursday, so we say everything here's happening on a Thursday night. So that's it, folks. I think we got this baby done. I'm gonna clear the codes out of it for the girl. Thanks for recording with us, Mrs. O. Boom, look at that.
Hopefully you can make something out of it. All my enhancing.
We're gonna try. And after I clear the codes out of this lady's gonna try to get it through a drive cycle. She did not ask me to look at the check engine light, so I'm not gonna take that any further, but we've seen with all 4 of those codes, if you look them up, they're probably heater codes, and they probably all go back to G105, but we did fix what we came to fix. And that was the battery charging, generator not charging, and that was the background, so that's it. Do you have anything else to say here on a Thursday night?
I can't believe we're leaning on this vehicle right now. That's a big no-no.
Got a hole. Anyhow, I don't want you guys to do a big no-no by not going in that comment section. Comments, questions, concerns, the Insta, the Facebook, you guys know where to find us. Just from our viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.